Hey, it's between us. Welcome back to, I believe this is episode 5. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think it's episode 5. I did like a little mini poll and I seen that a lot of people wanted to hear unpopular opinions. No, start over. Hey, it's between us. Welcome back to my podcast. This episode today is my unpopular opinions. I'm actually really excited to get into this one because I feel like I always give people my unpopular opinions and I never get to fully explain myself because it's a conversation. They'll be like butting in. But here, I can explain myself. Okay, so the first one's really simple. Hamilton sucks. Hamilton really sucks, guys. Anybody out there who memorized the whole show of Hamilton, this and that, and the third, it's really not that. It's not good, and I'm gonna stand on that. I'm not gonna say, but I can't. No, I don't understand why that's enjoyable to some people. Um, but that's just me though. That's just me though. Hey, now I'm really getting into it. So I'm going to just preface. These are my opinions. You do not have to agree, just like I don't have to agree with yours. If you want, you can text me and we can have a little dialogue. I love a good debate. But no. Okay? Just prefacing that. So the first thing is I hate cats. I hate them. And I am genuinely convinced that the whole world is pretending to like them. I don't know, there's just nothing appealing about a cat to me. They're so sneaky. They just give off like if they were a person, they would be a liar. And I don't like that. I don't like the sneakiness of cats. They smell weird. They make weird noises, and I've heard that they like kill their owners in their sleep. So I don't know, and I automatically assume cats with crazy. Hey, blame society, not me. But basically, I think that all cats should be abolished. We should get rid of them all. They'd be overpopulated in the streets and everything. So we need to get rid of cats. Sorry if you're a cat owner, but really not sorry if you're a cat owner because you did it to yourself. Um, Next one. I think women are more manipulative than men. You're probably like, whoa, what a jump. This video is gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna hit you with it, okay? Women are way more passive aggressive than men are, more manipulative than men are. And I think that's just because we're intellectually superior. I'm sorry. But we are. We are intellectually superior to men. I feel like science has shown that, okay? I feel like science has shown that men are biologically stronger and women are biologically smarter. But anyways, yeah, I just feel like women are more manipulative than men because they like know how to like fully plan it out. And I feel like the most grimy shit that has ever happened to me has been by a woman. And it's like, damn, that shit was calculated and conniving. I feel like women are way more creative in that sense than men are. I feel like it's kind of like you know what to expect from a man, but from a woman, they'll throw you, have you wondering like, damn, you know? Um, I don't think everybody agrees with this one, but I think that if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, you need sex, dude. Uh, okay, before I go into that, that's not to say that asexual people don't exist. That's a thing. Like if you're asexual, you're asexual. But I feel like if you're not asexual, I feel like the relationship needs sex. Okay, like I'm personally have never never bought into the whole idea that sex can't be premarital because what if you just never get married? You know what I mean? So I don't believe that premarital sex is a sin or anything like that. So I feel like if you're in a relationship, you're gonna need that sex because it brings a different type of intimacy that that the conversation can't do. But I think it's important to have both. It's important to have large conversations, but it's also important to be able to throw it down in the bedroom. Like I don't know. I feel like a lot of people act like sex is like not necessary. It's just something we want. It's not a necessity. But I feel like a lot of problems could be solved in a lot of people's relationships if they would just shut up and just have sex. Like this is some sexual tension. Fucking get it over with. Gosh. You know what I mean? So I think if I'm in a relationship with somebody, we're gonna need to have sex, and I can't, because if we don't, like, what's separating you from my homeboys? Nothing. Ugh. Summer sucks. The season summer sucks. You guys are all probably like, what? Winter, 10 out of 10. Because, you know, life, I don't know, life just feels a little different in the winter for me. Cold, like, I just rather be cold than hot. I feel like when you're too hot, you can only get naked. And there's circumstances where you can't get naked, it's illegal. So then you're out here boiling your fucking ass off and you can't take your shirt off, especially if you're a girl. I hate summer because like everything's just so fucking extreme all the time. You're fighting in the summer, your headaches like extreme, like I hate the summer. I feel like everything just feels way worse because you're hot, you're angrier. I feel like that there's like a correlation to anger and heat, like and temperature, but like I don't know if that's true. Actually, yes, it is because I think there's a thing that says more crime happens in the summer because people are like outside and then they get angry from like the heat, the UV rays they're not protected from. So summer sucks, and I need you guys to be so for real. The people who be like, "Oh, summer's so good." Summer's only good because you get that break in it. If we were to have like winter be the break, I feel like people would not like summer as much as they did. They would crave for winter. I don't know. I feel like summer is a fucking hoax that everybody has bought into. Um, I'm gonna say it, bro. Alcohol's nasty. Alcohol is so fucking nasty. Those people who be like, I just like need like a little sip and it's like good. No, like why are we sipping on vodka? Fucking chug that shit. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like alcohol is used to feel alcohol feelings. Like you want to feel drunk. People who drink it for fun, I'm convinced they're lying. I'm convinced, like no. Next one. You can be friends with an ex. And I 10,000% agree with this. Not that I have an ex. But I think there's no circumstance where like you can't be friends unless you decide not to be friends. If you guys both decide to be friends, you're two grown adults. You know, you know what the line is. You know what I mean? I feel like people who get back with their ex once deciding to be friends with them, they went into the friendship with that intention. I don't believe in that whole oh it just happened over time. No, bitch, you fucking left that door open. Because if you had shut that door, y'all that wouldn't have been able to slide like that. But I mean, like if you guys break up, go back to being friends, I believe that that's perfectly fine. Maybe not the bestest of friends, but you guys can still be like homies, like close friends. It really does not matter. I feel like, cause like, why can't you be friends? You were friends at one point, so yeah. And I also believe that like if you get into a relationship and you still want to be friends with your ex, what what's the problem? What's the problem? You know what I mean? I feel like you got to give people that trust. If you're not like, yeah, I personally, I don't know. Oh, political correctness is killing freedom of speech. And I 1000% agree with this. How I see it is that society has been like, before, like, it was so right. Like, there was so, I mean, right on the right side of the spectrum, not right as in correctness, but like, it was so right, so conservative and stuff. And it was such an extreme fist. And I feel like now we're moving into a more liberal, but I feel like we're having liberal with an extreme fist. You're not allowed to not agree with the majority. Even like, because I'm not saying it's like right to tell somebody they don't have rights or anything like that. But obviously, there's going to be conversations, political conversations that are liberal, but there's like facets of liberalism. It doesn't have to be the most liberal answer. And I feel like I don't know, it's like becoming liberal with a hard fist. So you're not allowed to say anything like that people can be like and make a face at you for. Let's be for real. I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like if you don't agree with the majority at this very point in time, you're not allowed in the conversation. People would deem it like it's like the second you disagree, either people will be like, oh yeah, and side with you now and you become the majority, or they'll completely cancel you, exile you out of society, make you feel like you're fucking crazy when it's just a not shared opinion. But I also believe that like a lot of people think that they're being woke, but they're just fucking antagonizers. Like they see a problem or something, and then they try to make it super duper political or something instead of really facing the problem head on. And they'll be like, oh, I'm fighting for this, I'm fighting for this. But it's like when you really hear that situation, you're just antagonizing the person. Like they're trying to have a conversation with you and you're just not hearing them out. You're being an antagonizer. Obviously, that's circumstantial, but I just believe the whole woke, super liberal thing is like low key not the direction. I feel like we need to find a median, and that it's just like the other of another extreme. But I was gonna say that men and women can also be platonic friends until it's tainted. Like me and you can be homies, and until one of us says we like each other, we can be homies for all of our life. But the second somebody says that, I feel like the friendship can never go back to being platonic, because that idea is planted in the other person's head, and then like it's tainted now. It feels like there's a possibility here. I have to kind of pull back to change my behavior just in case. Don't like that at all. So I feel like it's platonic, and then when somebody crosses the line, there's no uncrossing it. Does that go against being friends with an ex? I don't know. I'm just gonna stand on what I say. I agree with both things. Both things can be true. Taylor Swift sucks. She does. Super, super, like sucks. Like really bad. I tried. Like I go on TikTok, these trends, all of Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift. And then I go to all these awards she's winning, and these are the same songs she put out in fucking 2012. Like, let's be for real. I don't give a fuck if it's because, oh, like she doesn't own the song and she had to republish it. Why are we giving her awards? Like, she like what? Like, why are we giving her awards for old music? Like, we already heard this before. Like, there's no reason why she should have beat SZA, like for album of the year. Was it? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And like, I just feel like she's an industry plant. Like, why are we not allowed to hate Taylor Swift? You hate Taylor Swift, and all of a sudden you go missing. Am I next? Actually, wait. But okay, let's just talk about industry plants in general. Ice Spice is an industry plant. Don't y'all agree? Like, there's no reason why she came onto the scene and just completely took over with like these mid ass verses. Like, there's people who have been going at it for years, like Flo Milli, Lotto, all those people, and they just don't get as much hype as her. Like, I don't know what happened, but like Ice Spice just went up. And the fact that she has Nicki Minaj on her side makes me feel like she's a little demonic. Like she sold her soul or something. Or she was planted by the industry. Y'all, I think I'm onto something. In the realm of music, I'd just like to say Apple Music is 10 times better than Spotify. Spotify, so ugly. The layout of Spotify is so ugly, and I can't get over it. It's so confusing and so hard to use. When, like, do you really need all the stuff that they give us? No, you don't. Like, why is it there's so many different search buttons. Like on Apple Music, you search, and it's either you're searching all of Apple Music or you're searching your library. And I feel like on Spotify, I can never tell where I'm searching. So when you're telling me the song's not here, is it really not here, or is it just not in my library? And then on top of that, like, it's just a ugly app. Like the two green and black, it's ugly. I'm sorry, it's so ugly. And the sound quality on Apple Music is better. The covers, the lyrics on Apple Music look way better than they do on Spotify. I don't want to hear they don't, because they do. Okay. Um. Trying to see where I want to go with this. Do I want to continue? Let's go basic. We can go basic. Milk goes before the cereal, and you want to know why? Because, okay, I think it really matters if you like soggy cereal or not, but milk goes first, because why the fuck would you want soggy cereal? I feel like there's a lot of things that people say they enjoy, and I wonder if they actually enjoy it or they just say it to be against the norm. So I don't think people actually enjoy soggy cereal, which means that nobody should be putting the cereal first. Put the milk first and then put the cereal on top, so you got some crisp cereal. Saving some crisp cereal time. That shit. Dude, that sounds good. Like, imagine a bowl. some milk, and then you put some frosted flakes, some fresh, crunchy ass frosted flakes. Tell me that's not good. And then you can just drink the rest of the milk after if should you have more. Or you can have another bowl of cereal. You're setting yourself up for like winning, and people just want to do it the other way. Like, no. With that being said, I also think that socks are needed to sleep. I don't like the feeling of like my toes just being willy-nilly. Like, I'm not going to say I'm always wearing socks, but intentionally I put on socks. Like, why? Like, I just feel like the idea of your toes being out all night is I don't like. Like, I need it covered. It's like, bro, we've been taught to put on shoes and stuff. It's like your feet should always be secure. So why when you go to bed would you like your feet to be unsecure? I just feel like socks are such a good thing to wear to sleep. Like, even if you're going to sleep naked, at least put on some socks. Type shit. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. I love socks. And I also think socks are one of the best gifts that you can give anybody. Imagine somebody giving you a 20-pack pair of socks. Personally, I like ankle socks that are all the same color. So black, gray, white, doesn't matter. But those are the three. Somebody was to give me a pack of gray socks. Like, do you love me? Like, I just love socks. I love little things like that. But the next one is I like little like white names for ethnic babies, like little old white names, like Shirley. What's a old man name? Arthur, Atticus, um, Birdie, you know, Deborah type shit. I like those little like imagine a little tiny black baby running up to you and her name's Shirley. Oh, that's so cute. Like and you can or Pearl, Betty. It's such a cute look, and I don't know how to explain it. I mean, when you get to like older, I guess it's just normal. But it's just like I like little old names for little babies. Like it's like oh, like so cute. You know, I don't know. I just feel like it makes the baby 10 times. I don't know if you can tell by my personality, but I love to like talk. So I really, really, really love icebreakers. Like it's like when you're starting a new class or something, how the teacher will be like sometimes, if it's a small class or something, the teacher will be like, go around and introduce yourself. I'm always so excited to be like, I'm Samantha, I'm in second year, da da. Like, I really love that because it's like, bro, like me sharing one thing about me. Thank you for listening. I don't know. I just love talking about myself. So I will talk to anybody about me. Literally, I'm an open book. I don't lie and I don't hide. I'm me. That's why icebreakers are so much funner. I think icebreakers are funner when you're a bit extroverted and you have really like passionate hobbies. Like if I was like a skater or something, I could be like, oh my god, I love skating. But like, let's say I was a half-ass skater, I would be like I'm not really gonna tell people I'm a skater because I don't be doing it all the time. But it's like if you have like passionate hobbies, I love to share them because then I can find somebody with those similar hobbies. Like if I'm being so for real, I really like sharing experiences with people. They're honestly the best in my opinion. I don't know if this is a controversial opinion or unpopular, but I think there's nothing wrong with always saying yes. I think as a society, we put so much emphasis on being like no one to say no. No 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 no. But like also like what's wrong with saying yes? And I mean, there's different circumstances in which I mean this. Like I mean it in the sense that like bro, if you're single and there's three guys that you're trying to get with, there's nothing wrong with saying yes to all of them. Just like if you're a guy and there's three bitches you want to fuck, there's nothing wrong with saying yes to all three of them. Like, do you know what I mean? But that also goes in the sense of like somebody asks you to go to three separate parties and you want to go to those three separate, there's nothing wrong with saying yes. And I feel like there's some people that are like, oh, like you can say no, like, and it's like, but I didn't want to say no, so there's nothing wrong with saying yes. With that being said, obviously the importance of no is great. I love the fact that like we're a no society. It's like no tolerance. It means you're setting boundaries and like no means no type shit, but it's also like don't let people make you feel bad about saying yes to every fucking thing. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I be saying yes. I be saying yes quite a bit. And I'll be like down, down. Like if you, I'm the type of friend that like somebody you want somebody to go with you walking downtown, down. You want somebody to go to church with you, down. You want somebody to go to a rave with you, down. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing wrong with always saying yes and wanting to experience different things. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's also nothing wrong with like not wanting to either. But I just feel like what's wrong with saying yes? I love the word yes. I love it. I love when people say yes to me and I love saying yes to people. Like what the fuck? Um with that being said, on another thing of like you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want, there is nothing wrong with taking back your partner if you want to. So that means if this person dug you through the mud, they dug you through the mud, they cheated on you, they slept with your mama. I don't know. They did something to you, and you be like, okay, I can forgive that. There's nothing wrong with forgiving it and taking it back. I don't give a fuck. People are like, oh, like, know your worth and know the love that you da da da. I know what the fuck I deserve, but I know what I want as well. And this is what I want right now. And I feel like there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with going back. Just don't complain about it. Like if you're going to go back into a relationship with somebody who drug you through the mud, and let's say he did fuck your mom, or she fucked your mom. That'd be anyways. But like, let's just say the person slept with your mother. If you think that that's fine, that you can forgive that and keep it pushing, there's nothing wrong with taking it and keeping it pushing. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. You're the driver of your destiny, fam. Don't let anybody tell you what you should and shouldn't do, unless that's God. Unless like there's a sign from God that's like no, then who are you to tell me? Who are you to tell me if, when Jesus says yes? Nobody can say no. How about that? This other one actually, I think it's. I don't know how many people will agree, but I think that children can be born evil. They can be born evil. They can be innately evil. I don't know. I feel like the same way that children can be born as like prophets and like of God, I dead ass think that Satan can let one slip through the cracks. And I mean, I bet you there's people who could probably attest to that. Like you know, like that Jeffrey Dahmer guy. That nigga was born evil, and I know he was because of all those reportings of what his dad said. His dad was like, "Oh yeah, from he was a child, like he was pretty messed up. That kid was born evil." I just feel like there's like maybe like okay, people always say, "Would you kill baby Hitler given the chance?" And people always say, "No, I would take him and raise him in another environment." No, no, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, but if you have the chance to kill baby Hitler because there's that there's a chance that he'll be responsible for a genocide, correct? And it's like you could just take his life and save many, right? Or you can try and change his life but still know that there's the implication that he might cause a genocide. Be smart about it. Let's be so for real with ourselves. Like you gotta kill baby Hitler. It's the same thing with like Thanos. When it's like, would you kill baby Thanos? Yes, I would. I would. I don't know why people are scared to say the truth. Just do it, bro. Like for real. But yeah, that's why I think children can be born evil. Like it's like the nature versus nurture. I feel like some things are just born in your nature, and that could be evil. You can be born with an evil gene, and I feel like sometimes you can see when somebody's evil, and when you look into the depths of their soul, you're like, that person got a little something they need to pray about or something. Mm, I was going to say, um, actually, I don't think this is unpopular. But okay, you know how there's like negative and positive stereotypes. And one of the positive stereotypes about black men is that they're cool. Um, I think that stereotype is true. I don't okay, wait. Hold on. I feel like out of every single guy I've ever met in my life, the coolest guys have been black. So I just think black people are cool. I don't know how else to explain it. I feel like yes, it's true. Black guys are cooler than you. So when people are like, oh, like you know, stereotype. He's black. He's cool. He's probably cool. Yeah, he probably is. He probably is. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like black men have this cadence to them, like that they're just funnier than you, and I feel like people shy away from those positive stereotypes sometimes. But like that's one that I can say I fully agree with. Black men are funnier than you. Black men are cooler than you. I don't know why the people are intimidated by black men, but the whole like they're cooler than you, like they're on a different level. That's true. That's true. And I'm sorry if that offends you, but I do think black men are probably no, not probably, they are number one in like terms of coolness. Like black men are cooler than you. But with that being said, I was going to say that black people can also be racist. Okay, I mean like what I just said wasn't racist because I didn't say any other race was like bad or anything, whatever. But like I would say black people can be racist. I keep hearing this thing that people are like, "Oh, because black people went through so much or they've been dragged through the mud so much that we can't be racist." But it's like, yes, you can. Um that's like saying you can be like you can't be prejudiced towards white people. You can like there's some like you can be prejudiced to anybody. It doesn't matter who like who you are. It doesn't matter if you're the most like racially targeted group in the world. Like you definitely can hold prejudice and racism in your heart. And there's so many black people that I know that be saying the most outlandish shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, it's not racist. I'm black, and it's like, bruh, bruh, what the fuck? Um, oh, during Kai Cenat's stream, this one time I was watching, and there was like an argument they were having, and it was like, do you brush your teeth before or after breakfast? And I need everybody to say it with me. You brush your teeth before breakfast. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Um, I don't care because, bro, you be waking up with some fucking plaque on your teeth, and you're gonna go bite into a bagel and swallow it. Ew, ew. Like whatever bacteria just gathered on your teeth last night is now in your fucking stomach. That's nasty. And I don't know. Personally, I like the taste after you brush your teeth and then eat something. It just tastes a little, there's a little kick to it or something. But I don't know. I just feel like brush your teeth first and then enjoy your meal. And then if you ate a stanky breakfast with like a bunch of onions or something, just brush your teeth again. It's really not that deep. But I feel like it should always be done first. It's kind of like, are you gonna kiss your spouse in the morning with stankin' breath? Probably not. Probably not. Like if I'm being so for real, if I my breath doesn't like stink in the morning. I don't know if anybody's breath really stinks in the morning. Because like it shouldn't. Like if you brush your teeth the morning before, the night before, I feel like like that 8 9 hours of sleep should not have your mouth smelling like a sewer. But like let's say I wake up and for some reason I have the stankiest breath, dude. I'm just gonna go brush my teeth and come back. Like it's really not that deep. But I also expect him to do the same thing. For some reason, he woke up in his mouth smelling like bounce that ass. He better not come and try to kiss me because then it's like, bro, why are you disrespecting me like this? What the fuck? I feel like there's so many little ones that I wrote down because like I just have like very niche things. Like I wrote pizza sauce. Pizza needs tomato sauce. What's going on? I keep seeing these people eating fucking, it's like they put the the what is it? What is the fuck? The dough of the pizza, and then they won't put any tomato sauce. They'll just put the toppings and the cheese and everything, and they'll eat it. Where is the sauce? And if they do put sauce, it may be like some. Actually, I can get behind the pesto sauce because there is like stuff like that. But it's like I seen somebody put like barbecue sauce as the base. Nigga, ew, ew. Come on, be for real. Oh my god, that's disgusting. And it's like, where the fuck is the tomato sauce? Like, I feel like that's the one thing a pizza needs, tomato sauce, and like people are deciding to ruin it. Actually, that's not the one thing it needs. I guess it needs the dough and the cheese as well, but like I feel like those are three things that it needs, and then you add from there. You don't take that shit away. But I also wrote that like sparkling water is nasty and people need to be fucking for real. Cause like when it's like, oh, would you like still or sparkling water? And you say sparkling, why? What is that doing for you? Just go drink some ginger ale, drink some Sprite. I don't know. Give it a little taste. Cause that shit literally be tasting. Oh, what do the people say? It was like TV static. Like the way TV static sounds is like what I think sparkling water tastes like. And it's like I think people are lying, and that's like a very stern opinion that I have. There's so many things that people enjoy that I've tried, and I'm like, you guys are fucking lying. There's no way you guys enjoy this shit. Just like beer. Beer tastes like piss. And I need people to stop acting like it doesn't. I've tried warm beer, tastes like piss. I've tried cold beer, tastes like piss. Actually, I just want to preface that I don't know what piss tastes like, but I just assume that's what piss would taste like. I also fully believe that we would all survive in a zombie apocalypse. No zombie could ever kill all of humanity. With the amount of guns they be carrying around in America, bruh, America alone could stop a zombie apocalypse. I don't like people are like, oh, like who would you survive in a zombie apocalypse? Yes, and you would too, and so would your neighbor, so would your mom, so would like everybody's fine. Like, calm down. I feel like people underestimate the amount of like resources that we have, and there's no way that a zombie apocalypse would be successful ever. Like, shoot that nigga in the head, chop his head off. Whatever you need to do, we could do it, and I feel like we are the society to do it as well. Actually, I feel like we'd be a bit unserious, but all in all, like we would get our shit together. We definitely make a TikTok or something with the zombie, like, hey, you know what I mean? And then you have to either run or kill the zombie. Personally, I'd kill the zombie. Maybe make a TikTok on his grave. Crip Rock. I'm joking. I'm joking. That's fucked up. Actually, that's really fucked up. Oh, speaking of TikToks, I believe that those videos where people are like do some knowledge questions for some money, and as the viewer and the commenters, people will be like, oh, I could have did that. I was shouting this at the screen. No, bitch. You are not smarter than the people in these videos. You are just not under pressure. Like, people love to act like they're so smart and that they would get everything correct. You wouldn't. I'm going to just tell you wouldn't, and I'm going to tell you why. Because under pressure, bro, it's really hard for our long-term memory to process information. So it's like, imagine a deer in headlights. Do you think a deer has no sense actually? No, they have sense. But the second they're like under pressure in fear, like they're gonna be like, oh shit, what's going on? So that's exactly what would happen to you. So I'm tired of seeing those fucking TikTok comments that are like, that nigga's so stupid, da da da. It's like some things it's like, yeah, you sound dumb as hell. But with actual knowledge questions that then you're acting like you know them, bitch, no the fuck you don't. I want like I'll put a camera to your face right now, and I know for a fact you don't fucking know the answer. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. This one, I feel like this one is super controversial actually. But I think porn can be helpful. Obviously, we're in a porn hating society. We're in a sex hating society, in my opinion. But people are saying like porn is so like accessible. It is though. You look up pornhub.com and there's two options. I am 18, then it says enter. I am not 18, exit. Anybody who can read would press the one that's gonna let them know that they can enter. There's not that you don't have to enter what year you're born, no nothing. They literally just let you into the site. So yes, porn is very accessible. It is very accessible, and there's obviously dangerous forms of porn that reach the wrong audiences too early. But I mean, like, we're acting like it's not helpful at all. Sometimes you don't want to have that conversation with your homegirl about what is this new sex position I just heard. Just look it up, And the fact that it's there, I think I won't say that, but I think the the tangible people for putting that out there. I'm not gonna say thank God, but like I thank the tangible people out there for putting it on. So like I know I can keep up. Whoa. I don't mean keep up like with like sex. I mean just keep up with like society and where we're going together as a society. So yeah, I feel like porn can be helpful, and like we're just ignoring that fact. Cause let's be for real, there's tutorials on there. It's like, actually, let's not get into that. Cause like I don't want to get Can you get demonetized for that? I don't know, but anyways, Bachelorettes and bachelor parties are dumb as fuck. I feel like this was not an unpopular opinion, but they are. It's dumb. The fact that you're like, oh, my last single day, like, bitch, your last single day was the day you asked me to be your girl. So what more? What more freedom do you need to live? What more bitches ass do you need to shake in your face? Like, I'm confused. Like, I'm not saying like I would be. I don't think I would be mad, honestly, if my husband was like, oh yeah, like I want to have a bachelor party. Like, you know. But at the same time, it's like, why do you need one? Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I must have a bachelorette party with my girls, go to the strip club, and make sure that this guy's like shaking his junk in my face. Like, no. So like, I don't understand why people think that's like a must. There's like certain celebrations that I think are necessary, like a baby shower, like give the couple the gifts. You know what I mean? Um, Birthday parties, give me some money type shit. But like, you really don't need a bachelorette party or a bachelor party. Do you hate your spouse that you're about to marry? Like, what? Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, why do you feel the need to be like, oh, I need 3 strippers, big booty bitches? Like, why? When somebody can explain to me why, like, then I think everything will be cool. Um, I wrote, Riz isn't real, and I fully agree with that. Riz isn't real in the romantic sense. I feel like there's obviously charismatic people exist, and like it gets people places. But I feel like if you're attracted to somebody, they could low key pull you, even if they have Riz or not. Like, I feel like a lot of people that I talk to, because I think they're attractive, I like it's persuading my decision. Like, they're really lame. They don't. They don't really like. I make them laugh. They don't drop any jokes, you know. But to be fair, I'm the funniest person I know. So let's be for real. But their Riz isn't top game. But because they're like fine, it's like it's fine. I pulled. But it's like you really didn't pull because the personality is not eating, you know. So when people say that, like, okay, when you see those unconventionally attractive, um or like not even unconventionally attractive, just like when you see those like people with like bad bitches that you don't expect them to be having bad bitches, you're like, how did he pull her? And they're like, oh, he has Riz. And it's like, no, I just think that he had time to develop his personality so that he's a full person and can have actual conversations with women. Like, I feel like a lot of the times attractive men don't have to try, so they're kind of two-dimensional. They don't really have like these deep parts to them. Like, some people are just shallow, and I feel like I'm just gonna say, I feel like ugly people don't have the room to be shallow because you have to have something to fall back on because it's not your face. But we've all been there. We've all been there where it's like, it's not my face, so it's got to be my personality type shit. But that's not Riz. That's just having a personality. And I feel like a lot of people don't have personalities. They just are chasing the next thing. Wow, this is like my longest episode. But, oh, bro, the 5 second rule doesn't fucking exist. You're just nasty. You're genuinely just nasty. Bro, the other day, like, this nigga dropped his chicken on the floor and he picked it up and people were like, who would eat that? And I was like, not me. Like, the chicken touched the floor. It's like 5 second rule. And it's like, bro, 5 second rule doesn't exist. That's fucking disgusting. Your mother needs to come and slap you upside the head. Because what do you mean? People are like stepping up on this place and like, 5 second rule. Because I hear people say that needs to be extended to 15 seconds. But dude, there's no world where your chicken isn't dirty. There's no world where the lollipop isn't fuzzy. Like, ew. If it drops on the floor, just throw it out. Like, I realized last year that working at summer camp how many people really eat shit off the floor. Like, adults as well. And it's like, why do I have to tell you not to eat that off the floor? Please don't eat that off the floor. And like, it's like, it ranges from 14-year-olds all the way to like fucking 25-year-olds. It's like, guys, that's disgusting. That's really nasty. And at first I thought it was just men. And believe me, it you probably thought it was just men too. But no, I be seeing some grown ass woman be eating like her the fucking pepperoni fell off the pizza onto the floor and she said, oh, and she picked it up and she ate it. Even though there was more pepperoni on her pizza, so she really didn't need that one. I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm just really not about the bag like that for real. Cause honestly, if my whole fucking order falls on the floor, I'm going to the cashier. I'm saying my whole order fell on the floor. They tell me I have to pay again. I might pay again. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna pay again. Like I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that, bro. I'm trying to think if there's really any controversial opinions I have. I feel like I'm a very like I don't know, not lenient because I'm not like a commander or anything, but I feel like I'm not a very judgmental person. I don't really have any things that are like opinions or like how I live my life, but like I think I just listed them for 41 minutes so far. But yeah, that's how I feel about a lot of things that I just shared. And I feel like that's more than I've shared with like a lot of people. I don't be yapping like this for real. But thank you for listening to this week's episode. Hope you got angry at me. I hope you listened to one of those opinions and said, "What the fuck?" At least one. And whichever one it was, comment down below if you feel comfortable to do so. All right. Peace.